Okay, so in today what we're going to talk about is we're going to be talking about solving systems by substituting. So substitution. Okay, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be substituting one equation into the other. Okay, so let's take over our first example. So example number 1. Okay, and again, what I want you guys to be doing is I want you to be writing down this example into your toolkit. And you can actually put 2 of the solving substitutions if you want to for this. So what you are going, before we do that, we can say some steps for solving it by substitution. Okay, what we want to do is we want to, so the first one, solve for a single, oops, can't really see that, sorry. So solve for a single variable. And it could be either x or y. And then what you are going to do is you are going to substitute what that variable is equal to into the other equation. You're going to solve for a variable, and then you are going to plug in solution to find other solution. Okay, and as always, what I highly recommend that you do is step 5, check your answer. So check answer into original problem. All right, so that's always a good thing, the good thing to do. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll look for our first example. So we're going to say y is equal to negative x minus 7, and our second equation is 5x plus 5y, my bad, plus 3x is equal to negative 13. All right, so step 1, solve for a single variable, x or y. So we want to look at one of the equations and we want to solve for it. So notice that, let me make this x a little more xy. So notice that this first equation already has a single variable. So we already know that negative x minus 7 is equal to y. So what we're going to do is I want you to circle this, and you are going to substitute it in right here. That's our substitution, right? So what we're doing, since we can replace this, it's called substitution because we're replacing y with an expression, right? So what this looks like is this. We're going to say 5, and then parentheses, and in here we're going to say negative x minus 7. And then plus 3x is equal to negative 13. So we substituted it in. Okay, and then we're just going to solve for the variable. So notice that we only have one variable, and it's your x. So this would be negative 5x, and then minus 35, plus 3x is equal to negative 13. So this will become negative 2x minus 35 is equal to 13. Add 35 over to the other side. So negative 2x is equal to 22. And then we'll divide. We'll get x is equal to negative 11. So we solve for our variable. So that's step 3. So now, step 4, we want to plug it in. We can actually plug it into either one of the equations. So plug it in, and so I'll show you what it looks like. So we're going to say y is equal to negative 11 minus 7. So this gives you positive, so this equals, y is equal to positive 11 minus 7. So y is equal to 3. That was the easier equation. What happens if you like to be challenging? So let's do the bottom one. So 5y is equal to 3 times, oops, sorry, not equal to, plus 3 times negative 11 is equal to negative 13. So 5y minus 33 is equal to negative 13. Add 33, add 33. And so we were, so what we were going, oh, this is not 3. Sorry. This is 4. My fault. And then here we're going to get 5y is equal to 20 y is equal to 4. So notice that we got the same answer both times. So that means our solution, we'll always write it as an ordered pair, negative 11 and 4. So this is your solution that we are looking for. Okay, and again, we kind of already checked because we noticed that we got the same answer. That's also a good way that you guys can check your work. Okay, let's go ahead and try. Let's try another one. All right, so let's call this example 2. So again, if you want to write this down in your examples, we're going to say x is equal to negative 3y plus 1. 4x minus 3y is equal to negative 11. So step 1, solve for one of the variables. Notice that our top equation is already solved for it. And again, I'm going to see that that's equal to x. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to circle that, draw an arrow, and say I'm going to replace it right there. So what that looks like is this: 4 parentheses negative 3y plus 1, right, minus 3y is equal to negative 11. So negative 12y plus 4 minus 3y is equal to negative 11. So what? Negative 15y plus 4 is equal to negative 11, minus 4 to both sides. I'm going to bring it up here. Negative 15y is equal to negative 15. Y is equal to the number 1. Again, plug it into either equation. So I'll plug it into the top equation because that seems the easiest. So negative 3 times 1 plus 1. So negative 3 plus 1, x is equal to negative 2. So our solution is negative 2, 1. All right, let's do a quick check. See if it works. So does negative 2 equal negative 3 times 1 plus 1? So negative 2 is equal to negative 3 plus 1. So negative 2 is equal to negative 2. Yay, it worked. Let's try the other one. So 4 times negative 2 minus 3 times 1 is equal to negative 11. So negative 8 minus 3, which gives you negative 11. And notice, negative 11 is equal to negative 11. Okay, so let's do one more example. And so we're going to call this example 3. So example 3 is going to look like this. Let's say x plus 2y is equal to 14, and negative x plus 3y is equal to 26. So I want to go ahead. This one I actually have to do a little manipulation. So I'm going to solve for a variable. I think I'm going to solve for my x. So I'm actually going to take this equation. I'm going to solve for this one. So if I move the 2y over, this will be x is equal to 14 minus 2y. So now notice that the x is by itself. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that 14 minus 2y and I'm going to replace it right there. So this will say negative and then 14 minus 2y, close parentheses, plus 3y is equal to 26. So negative 14 plus 2y plus 3y is equal to 26. So negative 14 plus 5y is equal to 26. Bring it up right here. Add the 14 to the other side. So 5y is equal to what, 40. Y is equal to 8. Plug it in. Again, plug it into the original equation because we could have made a mistake right here. So we're going to say, we're going to plug it in. So we're going to say x plus 2 times 8 is equal to 14. So x plus 16 is equal to 14. X is equal to negative 2. So our answer, always has an xy pair, is negative 2, 8. Let's do a quick little check and make sure that it works. So negative 2 plus 2 times 8 is equal to 14. Negative 2 plus 16 is equal to 14. That does work out. Let's try the other one. Negative and a negative plus 3 times 8 is equal to 26. Negative and negative make it a positive 2. And then this is 24. 24 plus 2 does give us 26. So again, the check really is for you. And that's solving by substitution.